Namaste. I wanted to invite you to join me in this simple, balanced, devotional flow dedicated to the Buddha. We're going to begin sitting with our hips higher. I have one blanket, maybe you need two. You can use a bolster also. Seated in Sukhasana with right heel underneath left shin and beginning with the right leg crossed in front of. So have that support. Lift the knees, shift the weight to right to glute. Slide your left hand from left to glute to outer knee. Establish foundation there. Then change sides. Tilt a little bit to the left and with your right hand just moving the muscles forward from glute to outer knee. Once you sit, lean forward a little bit and move the muscles of your glutes back. Bring the hands to the sacrum and just brush a little bit from the center of the sacrum outwardly. Now roll the shoulders back a few times. Sit tall. Move your head from side to side. Pause, ground. Open your eyes so you can see the gesture we're gonna begin with. Unite your thumbs. Then the right fingers together. The right hand comes on top of the left. Thumbs are together, slightly facing up. And you're gonna rest your hands on your lap. If you need, you can place a cloth, a shawl on your lap and rest your hands on that cloth and that shawl to support you. Focus on your central cord, Sushumna, and half close, half open your eyes, or just to choose a stationary spot right in front of you and gaze into that spot. Beginning to invite the outer light to penetrate your body and gently, gently turning your attention more and more inwardly. This gesture that we are holding in the classical yoga is known as dhyana mudra, and the tradition that I follow, the Tibetan Buddhism, we call Buddha Shakyamuni mudra. So sitting quietly, activating and invoking the presence of the Buddha by engaging this key gesture, sending the crown of your head up, sitting bones down, noticing that natural curve on your lower back, lordosis, that will support the lifting of the heart. And contemplating this stability and balance that comes with gazing towards the central line, central cord, middle path. A balance between effort and relaxation. Now, take a long, deep in breath. At the top, hold, exhale, open your eyes. The right leg is going to open to the side, and you're going to bring your left heel in a little bit more, in alignment with that central line. If possible, the top of the foot on the floor. If you need it, place a support underneath your knee or underneath your foot. We're going to begin by leaning forward, hinging from the hips into a semi-forward bend. Send your sitting bones back a little bit more. Flex your right foot, and you can stay here. This is plenty for some of you. Others, bringing forearms to the earth, maybe palms facing up, opening the heart, finding stability. We're going to stay in this position more like a yin pose, so holding for a little longer. Don't go too fast, too soon. Don't hold back. If you can, place left hand on top of the right, open your elbows and rest forehead on your hands. With that in mind, that we're going to stay here just a little longer, turning your attention inwardly in this forward bend, taking the opportunity to use this moment and this pose to turn your attention to your inner body and to notice that left side is doing what left side is doing, right side is doing what right side is doing, and you are centered. You are aware of that Sushumna, which is reflective of this sense of stability and balance within your own self. Gives you the sense of stability and balance within your own self. So you can look into the left, you can look into the right, and remain balanced. You can look into the opposites and remain stable, strong, focused. Balancing effort and relaxation. So you're only going to engage the muscles that you need to engage in order to sustain, and you're going to relax what you don't need to be engaging or contracting right now. Observing the natural flow of your breath while you're in the shape, so you can just simply feel the blessings that come with the natural, spontaneous in-breath, and feel the blessings that come with that natural and spontaneous letting go of breath. As you exhale next, then you're going to make an effort to exhale completely empty, completely, please. From where you are, come halfway up, halfway down. Place your palms on the earth. Lift your Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, perineum, pelvic floor for women, perineum for men, and then slowly come up. Lean back a little bit, just a little bit, so you can stretch your left leg, square the hips to find that central line, so the feet doesn't need to go too far apart. You need to be respectful to how your bones are set. Establish that connection to your bones and see what you can do as far separate your feet. You want to be able to feel the ground underneath your sitting bones, your glutes. Then bend your right knee and have, slowly at your own pace, that right heel aligned with pubic bone, sternum, forehead, crown. Find and define that central line for yourself. Flex your left foot, ground, and then either lean forward. This should be plenty for some of you. You stay where it feels that you can hold with integrity. The hips are down, back, the heart forward, up, lengthen the front body, or bringing palms up. It doesn't need to be always like that, but we're doing like that right now. Elbows and shoulders aligned, collarbones open, flex that left foot. Remain here, opening the front body. If you are more flexible or more advanced, then you can go into having your right hand on top, one hand on top of the other, elbows and hands aligned, forehead down. And at this point, as you let go of the weight of your head, make sure that the hips are moving down and back, that you're not bringing too much compression and weight towards that bent knee, They straightness, you're not overstretching. And as you find a place where you can begin to work with, then you're gonna balance, effort, engage in the muscles on the left, relaxation, relaxing the muscles of the neck perhaps, of your shoulders, a sense of equilibrium, and beginning to observe the natural flow of your breath, which comes and goes, and comes as blessings and goes as blessings. Each round, each cycle is a new opportunity to refine, redefine, and today we're working towards balance. So refine your balance, redefine what balance is, and that equanimity between effort and surrender. Take this moment to be quiet, observing the natural flow of your breath within the shape. Now, an effort to exhale completely, to empty. At the end of your exhalation, lift your Mula Bandha and then come up halfway, halfway up, halfway down from where you are. Palms on the floor, empty. Inhale, leading with the heart, rise. Lean back a little bit so you can move your right foot forward, flex, then cross left in front of. Here we are in Sukhasana. Begin by moving the muscles of your gluteus back, back, side, side. Bring the hands to the knees and just move the hips a little bit. You know, when you sit on the sand and you're just leveling the sand, creating that stability as you're doing right now. Pause, release your hands, roll the shoulders back a few times. Interlace the fingers behind your body, right thumb on top, stretch your arms back, open the heart, look up. Then bring the hands to the sacrum, move your elbows forward, your chin down, empty. Find neutral, switch, have the other thumb on top, and I'm turning so you can see. And then you're moving your arms back, opening the heart. Exhale, bring the hands to the sacrum, bring your elbows forward, chin down, round a little bit, empty completely. Then come to neutral, sit tall, bring right ear to right shoulder, sit tall, hands on your knees. Lift the head, left ear to left shoulder. Lift the head. Now again, right hand on top. Thumbs connected. Rest the hands on your lap. So repeat after me. Om Muni Muni. Muni means wise one. MAHA MUNI, the great wise one. Shakyamuni, that's his name, but in the mantra we will say MUNIYE. MUNIYE. SOHA. SOHA, SOHA, not SWAHA, SOHA. So when you feel ready, listen to the melody. Once has like 2 different melodies, and then chant with me and allow the sound to purify mind, speech, heart, and allow these sacred mantras to connect you to this sacred presence of the Buddha. SOHA. MUNI MUNI MAHA MUNI SHAKYamuni 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 SOHA. Take a deep breath in, open your eyes. As you exhale, keep your thumbs together and bring your hands to prayer in Anjali and bow to the sacred within, without, and to the presence of the Buddha. His teaching, there are so many teachings, but his teaching to us as human beings, regular human beings, that we have the potential to awaken fully. It's really beautiful. And I don't know when you're going to be watching this video, but under the light of the full moon and this wisdom coming from above, we look into this. Wow, is that possible that I, as a regular person doing the day-to-day thing, can too awaken fully to my full potential? So coming to seated Upavishta Konasana, flex the feet, separate your feet, and don't try to separate your feet too much. I chose also to bring my feet in a little bit more to feel more stability. Sitting with the hips higher is ideal. If you're new to practice or have a little more difficulty to hinge forward, you might want to use a bolster. Okay? From here, sitting might be enough for some of you to feel the stretch on the inner thighs, and some of you will need to place the finger pads on the floor behind to support the lifting of the side body, the rolling of the shoulders back. The hands are not too close to the body. They are far enough that you can lift the heart a little higher. Gaze forward, that stationary spot again, and just observe the natural flow of your breath, Swara Pranayama, and this gentle light coming from outside to your inner body. The light of the sun, the light of the full moon, the light of the moon. And you stay here. 1. Level 2, lean forward a little bit. Bring the hands to either your legs or the floor, and you're opening the front body. Maybe forearms down today, palms up. Flex your feet. And level 3, or the flexible. Don't hold back. If you feel you can, stretch your arms forward. You can move a little bit, slither a little bit, and then find stability and reverence. Stability and surrender. Everybody, stability and introspection. So the practice we are doing today is focusing more on yin poses. And on the quality of the devotion to Buddha. When I personally say I take refuge, well, first my Guru, then on Buddha, and I take refuge on Buddha, I do that approaching it devotionally. I like to say Guru Buddha. And that's how I learned to worship from my Tibetan Buddhist teacher, Lama Ganchen Rinpoche. So devotion to Buddha and perceiving the Buddha as this presence that is full awareness, full mind and full heart, full benevolence, full healing. So I too approach Buddha not thinking of emptiness, but I approach Buddha thinking of this land of plenty, teaching fullness. And especially when I approach in worship, I worship and I call this potency of balance and fullness. And again, this is a personal approach, a devotional approach. Exhale, make the effort to empty, bring your navel in and up. From where you are, you're gonna come halfway up, halfway down. If you're sitting, stay there and just lean back a little bit. If you're halfway up, halfway down, like I am right now, micro bend the knees. And then everybody, come up, lean back a little bit, bend the knees. And then with the support of your hands, super slowly control, unite the feet. Bring the feet back, and again, you may need to raise your hips to have your hips higher, and then lift your hips to have sitting bones down, facing each other as you sit tall. If you can, if you have long arms, grab your toes. If you cannot, don't lean forward in order to do that. Instead, separate. So if your knees are higher, you can separate the hands and spread your fingers away from the heart, or you can simply hold the base of the knees, below the knees, lower the arms, and then everybody slightly look up. It's a slight back bend in the upper body, just an opening from sternum to shoulder, shoulders to chin, this diamond-like shape here on the front body, turning up to reflect the light of the sun, the light of the moon, their fullness. Then look forward, please. Bringing the hands to your feet, move your feet forward. So I guess 2 things I want to say here. One, I had a student asking me if I could do a gentler devotional flow because she's an elder and she has lots of injuries. So this is for her and for all. And then also, I didn't plan on teaching more like a yin class, and it's happening like a yin class. So I'm going to change the title right now with you, and then when I post that will be a yin and Bhakti flow. Okay? And in the yin poses, with the yin poses, we are holding a little longer, we are closer to the ground, and that's how we're going to do this flow right now. Okay, your feet away from your body. Move the muscles of your gluteus back, side, side, and then bring the hands to where it feels comfortable. Press your feet together. We're going to back bend once more. And the back bend is happening really from your sternum to your shoulder, shoulder to the chin. Don't drop the head too far back if it doesn't feel right. And hold where you feel it's right, it's stable. Lift your knees a little bit, lift to the heart, point your chin up, open your chest, breathe out, breathe in, lift your heart. And look forward to coming to Tadasana. This pose has many different names. We're going to call Tadasana. Tara is the feminine counterpart of Buddha, the female Buddha Tara. Press your elbows on your inner knees. Stay here, halfway up, halfway down. If you can, bring your hands to prayer. You're clipping your feet with the heels of your hands. Do that gentle. I just wanted to show you the motion. And move your elbows forward as you eventually, if possible, let go of the weight of the head and create the shape of this star. Tara, the star. And bow. This pose offers you the opportunity to retreat. And that's what you're going to do right now. Retreat inwardly. Focusing on the spine, and right now that spine is showing you in the body of energy the map of this major road that provides you the reference of awakening. Sushumna Nadi. When right and left sides are balanced, there is an awakening of the energy, of the flow of prana in the central cord. Let go of the weight of the head right now if you can, if you have been holding your head up, and open also cervical spine and the base of your brain. In the classical Yin Yoga, we hold the pose for 5 minutes. We're not doing that, but we're holding longer than usual. Bring your attention back to that central cord, to the potential of awakening. Empty. Lift lift your Mula Bandha, and from where you are, with your following in-breath, lift your head, come up, halfway down, pause there. Now with in-breath, leading with the heart, rise. The soles of your feet are going to touch the earth, and you're going to separate the knees. Move your little boat side to side. Bring the hands either behind the knees or on the kneecaps. Lift your elbows. So another way of doing star shape. Here, feet down, knees open. You can bring your feet back a little bit, but not too much. You want to feel that grounding through your feet. Lift your elbows. Lift your heart open here between the center of your chest, collarbones and chin. Keep some length in the back of the neck. Open the heart, back bend. So the hands can be on the knee pads or behind the knees. Support the lifting of the heart. Open your elbows laterally. Then look forward, please. You're going to bring left crossed right in front of your body. Right, so different than our Sukhasana. Now the knees are in, feet are out. Move the muscles of your gluteus side to side. Left hand, so the right leg is in front of left leg. Left hand to the side, right hand on the right knee. Turn your chest up. Micro bend or bend your left elbow. Send your heart up. You can stay here, that's plenty. You could stretch that right arm over your head and then decide to hold the weight of your head, or stay here, stretching, opening. We're not going to stay for that long. Point your chin up and return, please, to twist. Your left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you, twist. Open your chest, focus on stability. Return, either fold halfway, keeping length in the front body, or halfway or all the way, but back bending in the shape. So it's a little bit more like a counter pose for the forward bend that we were doing, and we're not going to stay here for too long. Open the heart, have your hands to prayer. Feel the hips opening. Empty, lift your Mula Bandha. Everybody, inhale, rise. Exhale, lean back, stretch your legs forward, square the hips. Inhale, arms up. Lift the heart. Exhale, bring your hands to your feet if you can reach, or use your strap around the balls of your toes. Don't have a strap near. You can use a scarf also, and open the front body. Forward bending fully. We are remaining with this back bending, the front body. Open the heart. Then come up. Lean back a little bit so you can bend the knees. Come back to that star shape. Feet down, feet together. Point your elbows to the side. Hold your kneecaps or behind the knees. Lift your chest. Look up. Now look forward. Bring right foot underneath left knee. Flex. Then cross left in front of right. Flex. Move the muscles of your gluteus side to side. Sambinha. Slide your right hand to the right and place left hand on your thigh. Bend that right elbow, turn your chest up, point your chin up, open your heart, remain here, or stretch the left arm over your head. Maybe left hand holding the weight of your head, or continue going a little deeper. Opening your chest upwardly. Empty. Inhale, return. Exhale, twist. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Open your chest, twist, ground. Breathe out, breathe in, point your left shoulder back a little bit more. And then return, please. Folding halfway, keeping the back bend, or bringing forearms down, palms together, back bend, send your sitting bones back, up. Open collarbones, send hips back as you send your sternum forward a little bit more. Hands to prayer. And then come to seated. Stay here. Some of you may be able to bring that left ankle over right thigh, or perhaps half lotus with the right foot underneath. So you can stay foot on the floor, ankle over the knee, or half lotus. I'm going to learn 2 more gestures. The left hand comes to your lap, and with this gesture of touching the earth, which you don't need to literally touch the earth, sparsha, you're going to connect it to the stability of the earth. Bring the attention to the heart. Right before the moment of a full realization, Buddha touches the earth symbolically, asking the earth to become the witness for his spiritual awakening, enlightenment. So right now, ask the earth to be the witness for you, for something that you wanted to do that is opening, connecting, opening your spirit, your heart, connecting you to your path, your dharma, and to a sacred being, maybe to the Buddha. Witnessing where you are in this moment in your journey, on your spiritual journey. Open your eyes, look forward. You're going to switch the position of the legs. So the right foot goes under left knee, and you can stay here. 1, 2, ankle to knee. So you're working on the hips but not overstretching the foot, unless you can sit in Ardha Padmasana. So you bring the outer edge of your right foot to your left hip. Find your seat, okay? Rest your left hand on your lap. Like right now I'm resting my forearm on the arch of my foot. Don't need to. It just fits really good in my body, the shape of my body. The right hand in the gesture of generosity. The palm is facing forward, up. So the generosity of giving love, the generosity of giving dharma. That was Buddha's gift for us, one of many. I'm going to focus right now in the qualities that you have are already blossoming within your heart, and the abilities and capabilities you have, and you wanted to offer to share that fully, to be generous on your giving. a deep, long in-breath and release. Either you're going to lay flat on your back, or you're going to come into a forward bend like so. Let me make a roll. Place it underneath your knees, and you can use the big roll, the bolster. Move the muscles of your glutes back, side, side. Then bow forward. Stay here for a few rounds. So either rest in Shavasana, and it looks like this. You can use also that little roll underneath your knees. Corpse pose. Rest. Or enter that forward bend, supported by the row behind your knees, so that you can really let go of the weight of the head and focus on the spine. Breathe in and then breathe out and let the breath be spontaneous. Don't hold back. If you can, go all the way down. Noticing the natural flow of your breath. I'm gonna end our little flow, Yin and Bhakti, with a Buddha Shakyamuni prayer. You can stay longer on your Paschimottanasana, or you can recline and just listen to the sound. I'm just doing once. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni SOHA. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni So I'm going to leave you resting a little bit more if you can. If you are still in your forward bend, return, please. Lay on your back just to feel the opening of your spine for a moment. And I wanted to invite you to, when you rise, to look into my page on Patreon. So I'm bringing my devotional yoga school to Patreon, where you can join me and receive a weekly class there, plus a monthly audio for a membership. And there are different levels of membership, and if you can and wanted to support my work, go to Patreon, please, and join me there. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Bye-bye.